Hey everybody, I'm CJ, and it's been quite a while since my last video, just a lot of technical difficulties and holiday shit that's been going on, so nobody could have predicted it. Margot Robbie dashes hopes for a Birds of Prey sequel. Basically, Ms. Robbie is quoted as saying, when she's asked about a possible Birds of Prey sequel, she's quoted as saying, I don't know. Nothing imminent at this stage, nothing worth mentioning. And this is a comic book movie. I mean, you would think it's sort of a no-brainer. Surely there's going to be a sequel to this, right? But just take a look at the characters in this film. Does this look like an aesthetic that's going to appeal to the masses? Like this is something that we, the people, definitely want more of? No, not a bit. This is just basically more of that avoid the male gaze shit that feminists just adore. And honestly, I mean, there are just to blame this on feminists. That's I don't even really know how fair that is or how accurate or whatever. There are many client groups that are being catered to here, but really not politically correct to talk about too many of them. Suffice it to say, feminists are the safest that you can talk about. And this is really meant to appeal to those groups. And so your average cisgender, heterosexual white man, boy, that's a mouthful, takes one look at this and sees literally nothing here that appeals to him. Drabby sets, unattractive women, just weird and goofy looking wardrobes. It's just, there's literally nothing here for the average cisgender, heterosexual white man, the bread and butter of these kinds of movies. There's really nothing here for them to look at and think, golly, I can't wait to see this. And naturally, the movie tanked at the box office. And the last thing that anybody involved in this movie is going to do is blame themselves. This is, Jerry Conway was in a gigantic rush to blame men for this. Now, keep in mind, this was a movie that was not marketed to men. It was not aimed at men. It was not, it was not designed to appeal to men in any way whatsoever. But somehow it's their fault that the movie tanked. A movie that was explicitly not for them. They didn't show up, and so the movie tanked, and so, that's their fault. But it's the director really does, she just takes the taco on this. This is the director, Cathy Yan, says, basically, people just expected too much of her. She says, there were also undue expectations on a female-led movie, and what I was most disappointed in was this idea that perhaps it proved that we weren't ready for this yet. That was an extra burden that as a woman director of color, I already had on me anyway. And it's like, no, you made a movie that no one wanted to see, and it was made in a way that nobody wants to see. It starred mostly characters that nobody wanted to see, and it's, woman, this is your fault. Spin it however you want. This is your fault. You own this. It's not my fault as a man that nothing about this movie appealed to me, and so for those reasons that I stayed away. It's not my fault as a man that when I was told this movie is not meant for me, it's not for me, that I stayed away. That's not, I mean, there's got to learn when it's time to take responsibility, and it doesn't seem like, they are. And so hopefully, to the surprise of nobody, there's not going to be another one of these things. And I can't help thinking that the world is probably better for that. So anyway, who's to say? But I'm CJ, and that's that. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, make sure you're still subscribed, comment, like, and share this video because it really helps me out. Also, you can find me on Twitter at Cole Loves Comics.